Hello everyone, it's Sloth here and we'll go directly into action, so enjoy some absolute Dimir madness and have fun. I just need 2 lands from top and we should be okay. Let's go with the backwater, right Goosey Goose? She's so goofy, I love it. I was a huge Goose fan since start. That's the first land. Alright, we're getting there. The point is I want 4 mana Illuminator into Spell Pierce, probably where he has 2 mana open. And we are indeed very good at magic. That's incredibly important that we drew this land. And here's the Dragon Engine. So he can unnerve, but that's absolutely great for us. I think this might die to go for the throat. Alright, we also have an instant in the graveyard. We could also just get rid of this. And you know what? I think our creature might die. How do you exactly work? Or attack, so we will get another card. So let's get for instant value. It's basically our small trespasser, you know? And let's see, because I think the Illuminator will die. Yeah, we don't have enough mana for everything. We have Consider on top, so we know exactly what's up. And here is some... I like the card. The card might be super important in future standard because it's absolutely insane. Alright, so we could play Sheoldred, but we cannot protect her. So far, creatures, right? Mostly. I think this is a good play. If I had a land I would play differently, but if I even try to hit it with Consider, I still don't have 5 mana on this turn because I need to spend 1. So I need to risk if I can untap. And if I can, that should be absolutely amazing. So far it is. Alright, damage acquired. We are not in any position to fear Mishra. Like, his 4-drop does nothing. Our 4-drop absolutely game winning. So, he wants to attack. I will let him attack. He only life gains 1. The damage doesn't matter, so it's basically life gain 1. Sure. And this way I have more mana available. So I can negate into Spell Pierce, and that could be game, you know, like, absolutely game-shifting difference. Let's go like this and try to hit stuff. Hurkyl. Oh man, those are some good cards. So he will probably try to overload me with removal, I would guess. Let's see. No white mana, so we can safely attack. Man, they are going for it. Of course, Spell Pierce gets a little bit worse, but I think if they play Soaring to go for the throat or something like this, or maybe Geek's Command. Here it is, first step, and now we have, if they have Go for the Throat, that's perfect. I cannot use Go for the Throat, unfortunately. Not now, because they still might have the thing. Alright, let's check the wording exactly. The beginning of your end step, if you've cast... yeah, I have cast. So, let's start with this one. And that's the situation for Spell Pierce, because you know your opponent might hit removal, and I will play Hurkyl first, because I want him to see. Because then he maybe goes for the throat. And we are getting a free card. Geistwave, pretty amazing. Edict is probably a better choice, but I like cards, and as you can see, when you can protect this, even if he had Go for the throat, like, we would just Spell Pierce it, and we would still get all the value. Man, what's up with the mana? You know what, I'll take it, because I have a lot of black removal, so I think I should be able to survive before I hit those islands. But scary stuff so far, man. Like, I need 1 more island, but then we can go with Geek's Command. Sure. And no cards that go higher than this. Very interesting. On the next turn he will go with double scaling, so we still need to remove it. Like, he will play something that grows both. Alright, let's get our mana, because if we want to play Hurkyl, which we probably won't, we want to use... Man, we are not having time for value, because we are on the draw. Normally I would like to play Hurkyl and then go for the fraud. But you know what? If that's only 1 damage, I'll take it. Sure, I want my value. I absolutely want my value. And it will be hard to burn 4 toughness with 1 mountain. Probably not something he can do. Yeah, I think he's reading the card, because nobody except Sloth ever played Hurkyl Master Wizard. But I mean, when this is in the board, I mean, you get so much stuff. If we untap, I think we win. Alright, how... I don't even want to imagine how many stats those creatures will have. 4/4 is not the worst. This dies to Geeks Command as well. Let's go double black. You know what? It's not bad. So we remove this and we get stuff. I don't attack with this one. I mean, I'm getting free value, man. That's not bad. And now the question, do we want... Man, Hurkyl is amazing. When this works, it's absolutely just mind-boggling. You get 3 cards. So, Edict is pretty decent, but he will sacrifice this probably. But on the next turn, it's Geeks Command, so I think we make this appear. I'm not sure if that's the correct choice. I probably should have taken the Edict, but what can I say? I'm a control mage. I like counter spells. Oh boy, he won't like this. Oh, he won't like this. It's non-creature, right? Yeah. So let's go for Pilfer and know exactly what's up. And he will try to kill Hurkyl. Right? Lightning strike to my face. Absolutely, my friend. Enjoy the fireworks. Alright, now we know everything. Now we know everything. Do I risk a top? Sure. There's no way he will just top deck something extremely good, right? No way. We will go with instant. Man, I absolutely like this deck so much. It's so fun. Easy. I don't know what I'm getting, but I'm getting 3 cards and I like it. And with 4 toughness, yep, he cannot answer those creatures, and each one of those creatures is absolutely game winning. Right, opponent goes first. We have a very slow opening, but hopefully we can salvage it. Pilfer will be a good card. And I mean, we have relevant creatures, so let's see. It's weird that we cannot hit Spell Pierce, man. Like, we play so many of them, but we draw them so rarely. Alright, our opponent is at 2 mana. We don't need more mana right now, so we can just Pilfer. That's definitely something he wants to counter, even though just to not show the hand. Yep, our opponent is much better at spell piercing than us, unfortunately. Alright, so how do we play this one out? I really want to resort the proxy, so instead we'll go with the shark. Oh! That's a Fading Hope. Alright, so it will get Fading Hoped, but it means that he cannot get Cardo on this turn. Because the only, let's say, Cardo he can play is Impulse, and it's not really Cardo. So that's a big deal anyway. When he taps out, I go for Proxy and Pilfer him. What is the chance that he drew the thing? Alright, I think I have the idea. Hurkyl. See? He drew it. He drew some instant spell from the top. If that's a counter spell and I played Proxy, he would just absolutely get it on top of the card from his library. So that was a good decision to not go with Proxy, even though it seemed like, man, he literally drew the perfect counter spell. But on this turn we can go with the Backwater, and on the next turn we have 5 mana, which means that mana-based counter spells like Make Disappear won't work against it. And the chance that he drew another one is pretty low. So, also it works against Spell Pierce, because when we try to hit Pilfer, he can counter the Pilfer itself as well, and it's non-creature spell. He still has something. Man, this guy just draws what he... Wait. No, this was a creature. He drew 2 Essence Scatters in a row. I'm baffled, man. I'm absolutely baffled. No way it's the third one. Alright, he can still have Fading Hope, but if he answered all of those creatures, Sheoldred is way more devastating than usual. And maybe I messed something, but I think when I played Hurkyl there was no priority. It means he had no counter spells, and since then he drew 2. Alright. Sharky. Even if he counters, that means he cannot first for discover knowledge. It's discover, right? And he doesn't really super want it anyway. So he probably has to hit Fading Hope, but that's why we have the double shark. Right now every go for the throat is like 2 extra creatures. So he can answer some of the creatures, but not all of them. And that's the problem for Mono Blue. When you don't have control over the game, it gets rough very, very quickly. I attack. For damage a turn, I cannot attack with Sheoldred because I really want to use the Seedshark anyway. That's a good draw. They don't play sweepers, and they cannot play Flow of Knowledge on this turn, so no. And on the next turn, we could actually just go for the throat. That's interesting. If I kill this right now, I can just try to directly kill him, even though the terror doesn't die. Let's go for it. I think it's a little bit risky, as he can just play Spell Pierce, right? But I still get all the value, and he needs also Spell Pierce in those cards. And of course our Grandmaster of drawing cards. And I cannot imagine he had exactly literally every answer he needed, and he still lost. So I mean, that tells a lot. Alright, no Spell Pierce, but we have Pilfer, so we will be prepared. Let's start with this one. We definitely need some blue mana for this one. I really want to Geistwave this, but I need to untap, so I need to know exactly how much removal he has. Mono red. Man, extremely good at magic. And now we get Spell Pierce. I see. So we can bounce something. So if he plays Spelldawn, I can Geistwave, then go full Illuminator. I can also try to hit, but if he has more than 1 2-drop, Pilfer does nothing. I think I still go with this one. Maybe this is our last drop actually, because then we can play something from the top. This will be hard. Alright. But as you can see, guys, with a pretty strong card. We can get rid of this right now. And he wasted the counter, wasted full Kumano effect basically. We cannot play Illuminator anyway. So let's go for Pilfer and keep the Spell Pierce. Alright. Oh my absolute god. That's horrible. That's insanely bad. That's so bad. I will go with Adversary. Oh, that doesn't look hot. I have bad feelings about this game, man. Alright. Chick into Kumano. Or play with fire, possibly. So, they really want to scry and hit the land, so let's prevent it a little bit. I would prefer to get Kumano, but I have only 1 blue mana. So I need to be careful. And I mean, that's a Sheoldred. They want to play a land, even if they draw a land. They really want to tap out for Squid, then I can just keep blocking with Sheoldred. And with all the Cardo, open mana. 2 cards unknown. Sure. You scared me, you got it. Very possibly I should block, but I'm not risking it. I think I can win more consistently by just not risking. Cut down, very good draw. Very good draw. Let's go. And now we can use the shark to start blocking. I'm not blocking with Sheoldred anyway, right? It means I can start trying to hit him, so he dies faster. And with Cut Down and Shark we have actually quite a lot of power. So he wants to play land into Squid, that's his optimal scenario. Very nice. See how important it was to counterplay with fire? He didn't get the scry and, you know, all this stuff. So, blockers. We go like this. This is a guaranteed kill, right? And let's see if they want to do before the damage. And now we have two choices. We can try to protect the Seedshark and kill Kumano. Yeah, that's a good deal. Because it means he basically wasted his lightning strike doing nothing. Yep, as you can see, you can absolutely deconstruct Monored if you know where to hit and where it hurts them. Right, opponent goes first, we keep the hand, we have a decent one, but we are on the draw, so our 2 mana counter spells won't work. So this is the scary turn, this is something that he can use to shine. And as you can see, that will be a problem. Let's play it. I think it's a land is okay, I'll take it. We didn't get much value here, but you know, it is what it is. So now we need to do it, and now it means that we cannot use counter spell, and that's what he got for being on the play. Alright, now we recover. The fact that he messed the follow-up means that we actually are able to play the game a little bit. Alright, now we need to start hitting the lands. So many things need to go right. You need to hit lands, be on the play. Cut Down is a very good card. Whatever. Let's go. I'm not sure, I don't think it's a great play, but I'll take it. And let's go still for instant. I will go for Consider, because we probably need to go for the Throat more when we hit Proxy. The point is that this deck usually only protects Virtuoso. We killed the first one, maybe he just gambled and he lost. That's my idea. Any lands? Any lands? No, no. Alright. I will keep attacking them. Now we go for Creature. Creature is okay, we have creatures in the deck and we know the next turn will be a removal, so I actually will get rid of Shaw. We don't need her, we will win otherwise. That's a Fading Hope. No. I could allow it probably, but I just prefer not. As you can see, Single Illuminator won the game and I didn't feel like playing it, but this deck generally doesn't have any interaction, it just protects his one big creature, so he has no counter spells, no removal, all this stuff, so sometimes you can just Hail Mary a creature and as you can see he cannot deal with it. Alright, opponent goes first. We have Consider, we have nice mana, but you know, I'll take it. I'll take it. And I have this thing where my headphones only work on the left side, and you know how irritating it is. Oh, it gets me crazy, man. Right, Goosey? Of course. By the way, we're against Steel Monored. It seems that meta didn't change since 11 months, but it's great. I'm still having fun with this deck. Our opponent just sees that he can just play basically stuff, and it's okay. Let's go with the Swamp, I guess. So what is the idea here? If we want to get Cut Down on the Sweet... No, we don't. We do not. This will be a rough one. We need to double spell with removal on the next turn, probably. So no. I don't want to cast anything, because if he plays Squee or something like this... Alright. I see how it is. So we go for the bigger damage, of course. I mean, we can clear the board. He's down to 2 cards, but it's still rough. Still rough. Shark? Shark can die. I think I'd much rather wait with the Shark. Just a little bit longer. Right, so when he attacks, thinking that he has 6 damage guaranteed, Then we double remove, then he plays something, Make Disappear will probably be a dead card. Yep. And we definitely do not want to give him any free stuff. I could also go cut down and keep Make Disappear, but it's not great. It's just not great. Which one will you choose? It might take Moonlight player a few minutes to decide. I had to. I'm sorry, I had to. Yep, our opponent is agreeing to have... Oh, I did not expect that there will be nothing more. So even if he burns Seedshark, it's for damage on my faceless, so you know, I'll take it. Especially that all we need to do is just play Sheoldred and live game with it. Some damage, but not devastating. Alright, so we play the Proxy. It's unfortunate that we cannot hit the 4th one, but I'll try to make it work anyway. Let's go with, I guess, the Edict. And why Edict? Because it's more expensive, I guess, so I don't know. There's not much reason to choose one over the other. It's not like... I guess he can play Chandra, the 3 mana one. And Proxy is good because it gives you a blocker. Good at magic, sure. See, he still has this one card, but he kinda likes it, right? I think this can be a lightning strike. And Sheoldred might die, but you know what? If Sheoldred dies to his top deck basically, because he needs lightning strike into second burn spell, it's fine. And as you can see, he still ignores, because he knows that he needs to win the game very, very quickly. And Consider has life gain too, don't forget, because of Sheoldred. And as you can see, our Grandmaster of Magic scoops to 4-drop. As usual. Great game of Magic, let's go another. Alright, I think that's a pretty cool hand. Let's keep it. We definitely have a lot of early game plays. We just need targets for those cut downs. Alright, alright. Still, it's a card for card. I obviously would prefer to discard his cards, but you know what? It's fine. We don't have 2-drop, so we might go like this. And I mean, we will hit a card that Proxy can use at some point, so we should be okay, I think. The duress always hurts, but you need to remember that in the end, he spent card to play a card. So no, it's not the end of the world. And they are ready. You know what? Let's go for it. They don't have blue mana, they don't. Let's go for Pilfer and do the same thing to them, but we are not investing card. Like, we're investing Proxy, but it's still here. So they can remove it, that's fine. And that's also another card, so we are getting card advantage this way. And we also hopefully remove their next play. Oh my god, that's the most stacked hand I have ever seen, man. Oh boy, that's insane. Alright, I think the Trespasser. We will have some trouble with Sorin, man. So 2 lands from top and he can play Sorin, so I think we go like this. It's not the best deal, we are going into very risky direction, but I'll take it. The point is that I know he cannot remove this, and that's the huge deal. Yep, it's not an artifact, it's just a creature. So let's go for instant, I guess from... Oh! I can just remove... Man, that's so insane, I already see the card, right? You may look at the top card, on turn, spell from the top of your library. But we still will go for instant, at least on this turn. Because we cannot play the shark right now. And on the next turn it will be a new card, and we cannot play the creature at the upkeep, so... You know, there's no way to use this ability on a creature. Unfortunately, our opponent got mana screwed. Man! He had an extremely stacked hand, but no lands, and he took the risk. And we're against Mono Red. Ever? Well, being on the draw is not perfect. What can I say? But let's go into card downs. I hope I will draw a land on the next turn, so I don't need to use the tap land. because so far our opponent is really good at playing stuff. Of course, we need to hit the Feldon, and let's get rid of some damage in the board. 3-drop is extremely important, especially that we can hit cut down with proxy, so let's go with the backwater. Let's invest this one turn. Warfare, alright, very scary card, but we are at really high life total, so there is a chance. There is a chance. Which one we are going for? I think it's Proxy, because it's basically 2 for 1, and a lot of his creatures have 2 toughness. And we are also already getting a very nice board wipe, basically. So now, we kinda reverse the tempo. Other creatures can only be a creature, but not kill his own creature at the same time. But man, that would be so much damage. Alright, but we're life gaining. That's not nothing. This way he needs to overkill it. I guess play with fires are a thing. Do I want to get rid of it? He won't have 2 creatures, so let's just go like this. Alright, we know there will be land for the next one. I'm not attacking yet. It will be hard. We need to start being aggressive quite soon. Alright. You have 2, don't you? Alright. Man, I'm already burned to 6 from 19 basically. That's absolutely insane. Do I want to... So if this hits, Lightning Strike is lethal. He already got 2. So I think I can risk it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Alright, and now we will go with Consider. I don't think we need more lands right now, so we will get some lands. And with Shark we can deal more damage. Let's not attack yet. On this turn, like, I don't want to die to haste creature. Mana. Easy to damage on top of the creature. Alright. He has a sorcery. But I can only get it after the combat phase, so I lose the lifelink. And I don't want her. Alright, I think I know. I think this is the play, and on the next turn we lifelink, and that hopefully gets us in the game. He can cycle one of the cards, which is not perfect by any means. So let's go maybe with sorcery for future, because maybe we have another Geeks command on top of our library. And let's see. The most important part of Magic, which card is on top of mono-red player's library, the true test of skill. And you know it will be the third Lightning Strike in his top 13 cards. A great game of Magic, as usually against mono-red. Happy I played this one. Alright guys, so you were probably witness to all those epic games, and if not and you skip directly to this part, you might get some spoilers on the results, because our results are actually mind-baffling. I didn't expect it to go so well. Like, my aim was 50% win rate, and we absolutely went over the top, and in 11 games I think that already shows something. So we have probably stats here, pretty proud of this one, and it felt really good. I think the secret of this deck is 3-drops. They are absolutely game-winning. They're very similar to Sheoldred. If your opponent cannot answer them, he loses in like 2 or 3 turns. Same with Sheoldred. And the point is that if you have those creatures, Spell Pierce, Negates, your opponent is really trying hard to get rid of them, even if he can. Then comes Sheoldred and does the same thing again. With Pilfers and Arcane Proxy, you have a lot of pressure on their hands, so you can basically make sure they cannot remove what you will play. And with Geek's Command, you have some kind of sweepers and triple cutdown, double go for the throat, especially that they can be recycled with Proxy. Played with Illuminator if they are on top of your deck, or just draw you another card with Hurkyl. Like, means that this deck has way more value than you expected to have, and with Spell Pierce you can make an absolute epic plays. So I really enjoyed this deck. The results were really good, so I think everything is just great, especially that we managed to use quite a lot of new cards. Illuminator is card that I like since like so many months. We made one deck at least with this one, I remember, but it's hard to use it, and in this deck it makes perfect sense together with Hurkyl, and you have seen them in action and they can be absolutely dominating. So I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed this kind of action, and don't miss on the other deck that can be unique with good results in Mythic. And I mean, subscribe, like, and tell me what you think, and have a nice rest of the day, guys. Thank you for watching, and see you tomorrow. With